to Venezuela now, even as their government is in complete flux? Well, Venezuela today is more free than it was yesterday, and it's going to continue to be that way as long as President Trump is in the White House and is making sure that he's protecting the interests of the American people, because that ripple
interest of the American people
will continue to bring that kind of liberty to Venezuela as well. These programs we're bringing
by bringing Venezuelan refugees to America. We are talking and thinking about the American fucking people, huh?
Make sure that they are followed through. So every individual that was under TPS has the opportunity to apply for refugee status, and that evaluation will
refugee status.
We need to make sure that our programs actually mean something and that we're following the law. And that's
following the law.
TPS was made.
Now at 11, a shocking sucker punch
as Congress didn't vote on that.
A 15-year-old falling violently to the floor was just as shocking as what spectators
oh my God.
warned him Irvine was playing in a basketball tournament in Garden Grove on Sunday until this happened. Ham was clotheslined with a punch from an opposing player.
Total shock. Just couldn't believe that could happen to my child.
Lauren's mother, Alice, wasn't
there. Well, that's a little better. Facebook doesn't get to see me, I guess, but so anyway, with that, let's get into Israel news. Good God. Just as a side note here, I just wanted everybody to know silver as of today is sitting at $76.46 an ounce. Holding strong. It went down a little bit. That just offers more opportunity because that price is gonna sky fucking rocket. If you don't listen to anything else I say, that is one you should probably listen to. It's needed in all the new AI systems. It's needed in all the new battery systems. And you can hold it in your hand. It is money, not currency. Like, here we go. Not like this, okay? This is currency, fiat currency. Soon, it's not going to matter nothing because we already live under the digital dollar. But anyway, let's get into Israel news. Israel revoked licenses for 37 international aid organizations. Yes, can't we get like a happy medium here? There, I'll move over a little. There. Now, at least you get kind of a little picture. Including Doctors Without Borders, effective January 1st, 2026, Israeli authorities cited failure to provide detailed staff information to rule out terrorism links. Aid groups and critics warn this will exacerbate the crisis amid harsh winter conditions, flooding in tent camps, and restricted supplies. Multiple countries issued joint statements urging Israel to allow unimpeded humanitarian access, criticizing restrictions on tents, medicine, fuel, and sanitation. Reports of death from exposure and fires in displacement camps highlight severe conditions. The shaky ceasefire implemented late 2025 holds broadly but with violations including Israeli strikes, killing Palestinians in Khan Yunis on January 4th. Still not following it. IDF operations continue in southern Gaza, including killing a suspect, approaching troops, and searching for the body of the last reported hostage. Lebanon and Hezbollah tensions. Israel conducted extensive airstrikes on January 2nd to 3rd, targeting Hezbollah infrastructure, a Radwan force training compound, and militants in southern Lebanon. A drone strike on January 4th killed 2 people in a car. Israel claimed it targeted a Hezbollah member. As always, it's always a terrorist, right? Hezbollah refuses to disarm south of the Litani River, accusing Israel of non-compliance with the 2025 ceasefire. U.S.-Israel relations, I already covered that Netanyahu came here to celebrate, or the President of the United States spent New Year's Eve with Donald Trump. Here we go. Here's a fun one. Israel became the first country to formally recognize Somaliland's independence in late December, potentially reshaping Horn of Africa dynamics. Ongoing West Bank settlement expansions and settler violence reported at high levels in 2025. Yeah, that's about it. Let's see. So here's a sweet little. Where is it? Here's a. I don't know if you can see that. You guys can kind of see it. But what you're looking at is a Jeffrey Epstein connection database with 500 plus different nodes. The website allows you to search for official documents that connect affiliates and co-conspirators. So I'll bring both of you up so you can see it. Let's see here. Read that website. Oh my god. Oh, it's all backwards, of course. But it's EpsteinSecrets.com. EpsteinSecrets.com. You can view the whole web and everybody that he was affiliated with. There you go. I'll bring you up there too. So it shows Epstein in the middle, and everybody connected in some way, shape, or form. Pretty useful tool, isn't it? Let's see. This is how Israel celebrated New Year's Eve. Just shooting randomly at Palestinian homes in Gaza. Just for the fuck of it, right? We're Israel, so we can do whatever the fuck we want. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if there's people in that town. Fuck no. We control the world, man. It doesn't matter. I'm just gonna open fire on that fucking city. So here's another one here. This is interesting. This is really fucking sweet, actually. So Rhys Sullivan, RHYS Sullivan, created an Epstein file viewer that is significantly better than the systems the government released them on. So I'll click on the link there. Come on. What are we doing? Oh, the link doesn't work now, huh? That's fine. We can go to the internet and do it ourselves. So you can come in here. I don't know. You can't probably read it, but you can scroll through every picture that was on here. Okay. You can search the people, all people. Jeffrey Epstein, Ghislaine Maxwell, Bill Clinton, Walter Cronkite, Chris Tucker, William Daniel Hillis, Henry Cherokee, Ted Waite, Mick Jagger, John Brockman, Benoit Mandelbrot, Joseph Liddell. You got the hint, you know. I mean, we got David Copperfield, Kevin Spacey, Lex Wexner, Michael Jackson, Donald Trump, Albert Einstein. He didn't go to the island. It was a painting of him or something like that. Marilyn Monroe. Yeah, but it's very comprehensive. I went through the list there for the Facebook people. I'll show you too. Yeah, so you can search people right here, or you can just scroll through all the pictures that were included in the last little Epstein dump, which is still violating law because It was supposed to be all of it. Supposed to be all of it, but you know, I guess half-ass is acceptable in this regime. Call it a regime, I guess. Oh, what else do I have here? Then we'll see what Harrison Smith has to say to roll us into. Yeah. Read Harrison around. Oh, yeah. Yep, here we go. The Harrison Smith comes up here in a little bit. Sorry. Breaking. And this was 5 hours ago. Intel confirmed by the Times states that Khamenei is preparing to flee to Moscow. Islamic Republic, Iran, is officially falling. So we had Venezuela, 2-3 days ago? And now the leader of Iran is on his way to Moscow. So be prepared. Be prepared. You're going to hear about something with Iran soon. Like I warned. I warned that attacking the nuclear system or centers or whatever was not going to be enough. That Israel was going to demand more out of us. And it looks like I'm right again, as much as I don't want to be. So anyway, let's go to my Mike Adams section for the week. This is Mike Adams, the Health Ranger. Years ago, I predicted that America as we know it would no longer exist by the end of 2025. We didn't have a kinetic civil war, a world war, secession, or a debt collapse. But we know now that America has transformed into a crime scene where nearly every government agency, both state and federal, is a criminal racket that launders money into the hands of willing accomplices. We know that our justice system is wrecked, our currency is rapidly eroding, our elections are rigged, our national media is a disgrace, our education system is a global embarrassment, our universities are useless woke indoctrination centers. Nearly the entire U.S. Congress prioritizes the interests of another foreign nation, and all the worst traitors and war criminals still run free, untouched by anything resembling justice. Regardless of who's in the White House, I can't say America fractured the way I thought it would, but its pillars have crumbled, and we are left with an empty shell of a once great nation that now can no longer even conduct simple audits of tens of billions of dollars in government grant fraud and runaway waste. We are beyond the tipping point of collapse, and now the ugly raw truth of what America has become is gurgling to the surface, with its nauseating, putrid stink of corruption, arrogance, and incompetence. There is no returning from this. Collapse is inevitable and ugly, and the people will suffer greatly when the fake currency debt pyramid Ponzi scheme is hyperinflated into oblivion and the people wake up homeless and destitute in the land their forefathers once founded on greatness and discipline. I can't add anything to that other than the fact that that is indeed what is good. But you couldn't explain it any more perfect. That's why I keep telling you to get into precious metals. I don't make money off of any of that. I don't make money off of any of it. I just made a decision to do that a long time ago, and it has benefited me significantly for my future. So we're to the point now you don't sell that shit. Speaking of the Health Ranger, I won't play the whole video, but this is something you should probably look into. Is this it?
It's and it's codified under California law. It's a vehicle that's used by
UNAs. Look into it.
Lawmakers and the people in the know and the wealthy elite. They wrote this law for themselves, but it's available to all Americans everywhere across the country. It's not available to Canadians, unfortunately, or non-Americans. But just citizens of the United States of America can take advantage of this. I learned about this over the last couple of years because of my co-host, Todd Pittner. And he has a partner, Dennis Gray. He and his partner have been teaching people about these vehicles and offering these packages that save people so much money on taxation, allowing you to keep more of what you earn, and it's all perfectly legal and recognized by the IRS. And the short version is,
Yep, get a UNA, people.
UNA, or Unincorporated Nonprofit Association.
You should be writing this down.
Typically, you would name it as a foundation of some kind. And then you can donate assets to that foundation, such as your home or your gold stash,
your vehicles, stash, your business,
or your income, or a significant portion of your income. And then you write off that donation on your own taxes. And the UNA is not taxed by the federal government. In fact, it's issued a tax-exempt tax ID number by the IRS.
This is how you actually...
which means
Hold
exempt.
on. I'm going to pause you for a second, Mike. This is the true way that you do the tax revolt. Okay? As appetizing as it sounds, not paying your taxes this year, I wouldn't recommend it. It gives them just another fucking reason to come after us. This is how you truly beat the tax system, and you pay nothing to these motherfuckers. Nothing. You don't give them all the money to send overseas for all these pointless wars. You don't give them all this money to give to NGOs to allow illegals to come in here and work on get free medical, free fucking food stamps. They live better than you do. This is how you beat that. If everybody in the United States got a UNA, all of a sudden we wouldn't be fueling all this, all these foreign wars and all that bullshit. Anyway, let Mike say his piece real quick here.
And
it's almost over.
It's called a 575E.
A 575E.
My co-host Todd Pittner has a website set up for that, where you can watch a video.
My75E.com.
You can also
My75E.com. Look it up,
for $150,
please.
Which is also usable toward the vehicle if you decide to move forward with it. So it's nothing compared to the savings. But that's at my575e.com. And it's codified under California law. It's a vehicle that's used by all the California lawmakers and the people in the know and the wealthy elite. They wrote this law for themselves, but it's available to all Americans everywhere across the country. It's not available to Canadians.
And here I'm letting it replay. When somebody send me a message when I do stupid shit like that, please, for the love of God. So anyway, let's get into our fourth topic and our featured story, and that is the Somali fraud. Now, I didn't really want to get into the Somali fraud too much because it leaves a bad taste in my mouth, because it seems like it's this major ordeal that everybody's exploiting to make people that actually know about a lot of the things that Israel is involved in, they're pushing this on Israel as well, which I understand Israel may or may not have a part of this. But let's just see here in the Somali fraud. Let me get into it here and let me read it. So, Feeding Our Future fraud. That was in 2022. Recent childcare and autism services fraud allegations. Building on the FOF scandal, federal probes have expanded to childcare programs with allegations of Somali-run daycares and autism centers defrauding Medicaid and state funds through ghost enrollments and fake services. This gained viral attention in late 2025 via videos from YouTuber Nick Shirley. Look him up. The videos are pretty fucking epic, actually. It's him and one dude. They found $100 million in fraud in one day driving around. $100 million. Let's see here. These frauds highlight vulnerabilities in loosely monitored pandemic-era programs. Every single one of them was exploited, used, and abused. Every single one. With Minnesota's Somali community disproportionately involved due to cultural and economic factors. Critics argue systematic oversight failures under democratic leadership enabled it, while defenders point out that not all Somalis are involved. Some tells me that they are. I mean, they're literally pirates. They thieve, and I'm not a Somali friend. Okay, I'm not an Israel friend, but I feel like this is just a whole lot of. I'll get into it here in a minute, but here is, let's see here, contradiction. Here we go. This is how they feel about you.
You work all fucking day, you don't got shit. Thank you for working so hard so I can be home all days. I can use my EBT. Go to work for me, white boy, white girl. Go to work for me, you fucking white animals.
How it's going.
This is so sad. Somalians in the United States have taken the blame for this massive cover-up. I've been digging deep, and I pieced it together. It's not the Somalian people pulling off the fraud. Nah, it's the United States government who rigged the whole thing to funnel billions of dollars to what Israel just recognized as Somaliland. It's huge because Israel needs a spot.
See what's going on here? Do you see what's going on here?
Gotta foot the bill. Turns out, one of the most viral stories of 2025 about the Somali daycare fraud in Minnesota ends up being a complete psyop. Because evidently, Israeli reporters are now asserting that Mossad and Israeli intelligence, not U.S. authorities, were responsible for exposing the Somalian-ran Minnesota fraud operations. You work all fucking day, you don't got shit. Thank you for working so hard.
So, did you notice the arrogance before? Okay, and then once they get caught, all of a sudden it's Jew, 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 Jew. This is why I'm trying to calm down and not blame Israel for everything, because I mean, yeah, they might be behind it. Okay, they might, but now that is literally everybody's scapegoat. Everybody's scapegoat for anything fucked up that they do is it moves to that. And now I realize that Israel does control our nation. We are a overtaken nation. I understand that. But now even the criminals are pushing that button. And that's a slippery slope to go down. Like I said, Israel recognized Somaliland as an independent state, which they wouldn't do for Palestine. Imagine that. But let's see here. I got another fun one to show you here. That is in my text here. This is what the interest of Ilhan is that of the Somalian people in Somalia. And that was during
Vision anti-Israel that it has no place in the American church.
That was the former Prime Minister of Somalia at a rally for Ilhan Omar. Her interests are not America. Ilhan is for Somalia. And if, in case you don't remember, or you haven't been watching me very long, she married her brother and got him here. And that something tells me that they probably consummated that marriage as well, because these people are fucked up. So anyway, this is but low-hanging fruit in the massive amount of fraud that goes on in this country. And all involved should be in prison. The governor, Tampon Tim, remember him? He should be in prison. Ilhan Omar should be in prison, or just deport her. Let's just deport Ilhan Omar. Why not? Why not? I thought we were going to start deporting people. Instead, we're allowing people that are massively behind fraud, they're allowed to stay here and continue the fraud. All people that received or knew a damn thing about this needs to be sitting in prison. I know there's connections to this in Israel as well, but knowing the people in the Section 8 culture, I think this is an inside scheme from the bottom up. Much like the rest of the fraud from the open border, which was run by our Zionist Otto Penn presidency. What the fuck is going on here? Yeah, play. Damn. Another instance where no one has been arrested and nobody will be arrested. It's been over a year, or almost a year, Trump. Not a single fucking person in jail. Not a single person in jail. Your deportation numbers are lower than pretty much, I mean, I don't even have the numbers, but than pretty much every president we've had for the last 30 years. It's lower. But you have them sitting in camps, remember Rex 84 that I went over last week? If you didn't check into it, you should check it out. It's a pretty comprehensive overlook about Rex 84, which is a plan to throw political dissidents into prison under the guise of illegal immigration. And FEMA has built all these camps around the United States that are for illegal immigrants. But it isn't truly for the illegals, it's for people like me. So here we go. Let's see what Harrison Smith has to say about Mamdani.
The keys of the city of New York looks quite so much like a set piece from a Batman movie, but apparently that's what happened. So he came out and gave his first speech yesterday, and in that speech, he talked about shifting from the frigidity of rugged individualism to the warmth of collectivism.
Yeah.
The warmth of collectivism.
Listen to yourself getting gaslit here in just a minute.
Heat from the fire of burning your civilization down. I think that's what he's referencing. But here he is talking about how the cost of childcare will no longer be a burden. Now, I want to remind you of the biggest story in the world right now, which is the fact that immigrant communities in America have siphoned billions of dollars through fraud away, specifically through child care scams. So here Mamdani is showing that they know what's going on.
And great Harrison Smith,
ladies and gentlemen. We're about to expand the fraud that much more. Let's watch.
Here, where the language of the New Deal was born, we will return the vast resources of this city.
He's a Khazarian, by the way. He's not a Muslim.
Not only will we make it possible for every New Yorker to afford a life they love once again, we will overcome the isolation that too many feel and connect the people of this city to one another. The cost of childcare will no longer discourage young adults from starting a family, because we will deliver universal childcare for the many by taxing the wealthiest few.
How's that going to work, Mamdani?
Homes will no longer dread the latest rent hike, because we will.
You're going to freeze rent. You're going to freeze rent as inflation goes through the fucking roof.
Without worrying about a fare hike or whether you'll be able to get to your destination on time.
Typical motherfucking communism.
A small miracle, because we
promising things you cannot deliver.
These policies, free stuff. I'll give you this for free, and I'll give you this for free.
Which is hilarious.
How the fuck are you gonna get free
The
shit?
people that he's talking to there, people who got him into office,
Are illegals.
are the middle class white people that don't need anything to be free. People that would need it to be free have no issue jumping the
These people right here,
anyway. So
all of them,
not actually serving anybody.
they're the ones that are gonna suffer under these policies.
The one interesting aspect of the